What's up, everyone? So I just want to give y'all a word of advice and some suggestions. So when I say just get up and do it, I literally mean get up and do it. I used to, procrastinate about a lot of things. I used to just say, yeah, maybe tomorrow I feel like it. And tonight I'll do it. Next week I'll do it. One day I'll do it. But, eventually that tomorrow will come. That one day will come. And if you still haven't done it, you'll say then the same thing. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it. Maybe next week I'll do it. And it becomes a repetitive process. So you really just need to get up and do it. Just do it. Like the Nike slogan. This is literally, that is it. Just do it. So if you want to start a business today, just do it. Even if you have $1, well, you don't necessarily need to go create an LLC and buy products or have an idea today. But what you need to start doing is brainstorming ideas. Start having a plan in place. Okay, I need $120, $150 to form an LLC. How can I get that? So maybe I'll work for the next week, or I'll do something on the side for the next week. Or I want to create a product. What can I do to start doing that? Or I want to sell a service, or I want to learn a new skill to start selling it. Just do it. And of course, what I mean by this is, don't stop everything else, of course, in your life to do that, because you have to work, you have bills to pay, you have responsibilities to tend to on the side, and you have to continuously maintain that. But if you want to start a dream, you need to take an hour out of the day, a half hour even, or if you have more time, 2 hours, whatever the case is, do it. Just start. Even if it's a small little piece of what you're trying to do. Just start today, start doing it, and things start to compound after a while. So here comes 2 days, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, and then you start to realize, wow, I've spent an hour a day for the past 2 months now working on this, and I'm a little farther along. And even if you don't succeed, no one is ever going to guarantee the first time you try something, the first business you start, the first idea that you have is going to take off, and you cannot let that discourage you. You need to take the failure, you need to learn from it, and you need to start over again. When I started to fix my life, right, when I got off probation years ago, when I decided I wanted to make a change in life, it wasn't necessarily easy. I wasn't able to find a job when I was on the probation. I had gone right back to doing old negative things. And when I finally woke up to the reality of life, that I started, the first thing I was like, all right, let me go to college, because that seems like, the safest bet. It was the bet that I was always told to bet on. And I went forth with that. It lasted 1 year. Finished my first year, I left. I was like, no, this isn't for me, right? And, I took some more time, just worked, did some boring jobs, working in a dish room, creating desserts at the kitchen. And I was like, this isn't for me either. Went back to college again, right? And this time, same thing happened. I did another year. I was like, this isn't for me again. So again, back to the boring job again. Same BS. Just gave it some more time. I was like, you know what? I started a goal. Let me stop procrastinating. Let me just do it. Let me finish it. Went back for the last it took me almost 3 years, but I finished. I graduated. And that's exactly what it is. You set a goal. You're going to have failures along the way. You're going to have setbacks along the way, but you have to just sit down and you have to do it. You have to put your mind to it. I had no money. I had no one to help me do any of these things you needed to do, like go to the SATs, or no guidance counselors, nothing. I had to learn all of this on my own. The entire process of how to get into a college and everything. Studied on my own, everything. To come up with the money for the books, etc. So, it's not impossible. and I had nothing. There was days I had 68 cents in my bank account. It was nothing. I'm in college. 68 cents in my bank account. How the hell am I even going to get? Because, when I went to school, it was 30 minutes away. How the hell am I going to get there? But you find a way. Okay, maybe I can't go today. Okay, I missed the lesson. But when I get there in 2 days from now, I'm going to study 2-3 times as hard because I have to make up everything that I just didn't get to study, plus what I'm studying that day. Or I made a way to contact the professor to try to get some notes or try to figure out what I could do to make up for it. Whether or not they were helpful or not, that didn't matter. And if they weren't, I had to go and search for other ways to figure out the information that I was missing so I could make it up, I can learn it, I can study it, I could pass. Whether or not I passed with a C+ or an A+, it didn't matter because I was determined to finish. I was determined to graduate and to finish my goal that I had set. And this is the same thing, goes for anything in life, whether it's school, whether it's for starting a business, whether or not it's for, planning an event, a date, etc. If you want to do something, if you want to succeed at something, just go out and fucking do it. That's simple as that. And again, as I will say one more time, I know it is difficult because I've been there. It's just extremely difficult depending on what you want to do. Just not everything is going to be easy. You're not going to wake up and, have, $500,000, $1 million in your bank and say, yeah, I can do any goal I complete any goal I want today. It's not going to be that easy for most people. But you have to have that determination and you just have to do it one step at a time. Because if you continuously work on it, even if you fail, if you have to start another idea, if you have to, plan another time, a date, whatever, but don't give up on it. Just keep at it. Just fucking do it. And you will get to where you have to do. Again, setbacks come with it. So you can't just say, oh, I have one bad day, or I have a setback, or I lost some money. Now fuck this, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm giving up. It's not how it works. Because if you give up, you start to build that mindset in your head. Yeah, I've given up today. I'll just give up tomorrow. And I'll give up the day after. And I'll give up the day after. And you build that habit. So switch that around and build the habit up. Yeah, I messed up today. I'll try again tomorrow. And I'll try again the day after and the day after. And then you just keep it going. You got to keep the process moving. Because when you give up, everything else is going to fall apart. And you can't, in today's world, it's extremely difficult. It's becoming harder than ever. And I'm not going to sit here and lie. It is extremely difficult. Even for, me today. Just because I finished college, just because I righted the wrongs that I had done 10 years ago in my life, does not mean it's any easier today. It is extremely hard out there. So, and it's harder than ever to start over today, considering how, the state of the economy and the state of our country. If you're in the United States, of course. So, but it's never too late to start. That's what's important. And you can't sit here all day and just make excuses. You gotta figure out where to start. So, I hope that kind of resonates with everybody. And, if you're really stuck, you can do it. You just gotta tell yourself, sit down, meditate, gather your thoughts, and figure out where to go. Don't give up. And I hope that resonates with y'all. I hope that y'all have a good day. You take this advice and always remember, just fucking do it. Don't give up, because you give it, again, 3 months, 6 months, a year down the line, you can be in a totally different place than where you are today if you just go out and fucking do it.